morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me set the tone for my speech with a little story. So last year, when the new iPhone came out, my dad and I went to Verizon to upgrade. And he had the iPhone X, and we walked over to the new iPhones. We're looking at the new Pro Max, the 6.5 inch, which was a whole inch larger than the one he had, which isn't a ton. But of course, he had to make some funny jokes about how he would use it if he got that one. So he held up the phone, he'd pretend like he's listening to someone, he'd slide it all the way down and be like, yep, and then he'd do it again. And it went on because we were like 3 people in line. The funny part is, in the end, they convinced him to get that phone. No, he does not do that now, but it was pretty funny at the time. So I'm sure that we've all been in a phone store at one time in our lives. You walk in, at least 3 of the 4 walls in the building are just full of the new and latest phones. All these different designs and colors and features. Which one do you choose? Do you choose the Google Pixel that resembles an iPhone but cheaper? Do you pick an iPhone that's the real deal but is way too expensive? Or do you pick the Galaxy that folds in half like an origami figure? With new versions being released every year, and there's so many from every company, people start to wonder, where will these companies climb in the future? Will they get longer? Will they fold multiple times like an accordion? Will there be an earpiece in your ear? Nah, those are too crazy. But wait, in 2007, we thought that fingerprints and facial recognition with our phones was crazy. So give it a thought for me. First, increasing size. How big can these phones possibly get? Could it get longer like a landline? Could it get wider and end up being like a Nintendo Switch? What is this magic size for these companies? Well, in 2007, the first iPhone was 3.5 inches long, according to Connor Carey, and now is 6.5 inches. So in the future, could it be a foot long? Each year, these phones are getting longer and longer, sometimes wider. So when will it stop? Imagine the cost of a screen and a battery if these phones were a foot long. And you would have to break open all of your piggy banks just to afford it. Secondly, a foldable phone. You already may be familiar with the Samsung Galaxy that folds in half, which China was actually the first one to think of it, but Samsung Galaxy built off of it. And according to Sun UK, Apple is trying to patent a double folding phone to rival Samsung. So this would be like Samsung's, but with an additional one. So this could be revolutionary to the phone industry, but then where next? Do we fold it 3 times, 4, 10? Where do we go? This seems very crazy to have a phone that just folds like an accordion, but it's not impossible. Trust me, they are just trying to get the most money they can. Thirdly, a phone, earpiece, chip, thing like that in your head. That seems way out of this world right now. I hope it never gets to that because I don't want anyone slicing open my ear and putting something in there, no thank you. But it's not too crazy that it's out of this realm. Like where they're gonna go, it might get to that point. This is a way bigger commitment than the AirPods that were just released. Those you can just take out whenever. This would be stuck in all the time. But imagine the convenience. You could always play music, never have to wonder where your phone is, get notifications all the time. Your alarm would be right in your ear, so you could not snooze it. And all your Facebook updates, you'd get them right away. Now, with how much people use their phones nowadays, it would not surprise me if this was something we built too. New York Post says the average person struggles to go 10 minutes without looking at their phone. That seems insane. And you might say you're not the average person, but if you go and check your screen time, you will be surprised at how much we actually use our phones. In summary, these phone companies keep evolutionary and revolutionary ideas and putting out new phones every year. But where will it go next? There has been normal progression now, but in 10, 20 years, what will our phones look like? With all of these new phones every year, people start to wonder, what next? So could it be as large as a tablet? Could it be an accordion, an earpiece, a banana phone? Whatever it could be, we don't know. But what I say for you today is be thankful for the phone you have, because in the future, you could be carrying around a landline in your pocket.